All right, today we're going to talk about how to use reoccurring revenue to create more sales. Let me ask you a question. Do you want to sell $5,000 a month? How about would you like to sell $75,000 worth of your stuff a year? Well, of course you do. So today what we want to do is we want to show how using reoccurring revenue, you can hit a sales goal. But more than likely, you probably already have something that you do on a regular, consistent basis. And we're going to show you how to work this thing backwards so you know exactly what you need to do to hit the goal that you've set for yourself. All right, so maybe you have one of the service-based businesses where you have what they call monthlies, which means you see one customer every other month, every month or something like that. Or maybe you sell a product that you are trying to sell and you want to take that one product and hit a sales goal. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to show you that by taking something that you do day in and day out, how you can hit this goal that you want to hit. And once again, we call these monthlies. And these folks, like I said, you either sell it to them weekly or bi-weekly, every other week, monthly. There's some type of pattern to when you go out there and you know that this customer is going to use your business January, February, March, April, May. And now you want to figure out how you can hit the goals that you set for yourself. Now, the first step that you've got to do is you've got to pick a sales goal. You've got to figure out what it is that you're going to do. Is it going to be 5,000, 3,000, 10,000? What's your number? We're going to do some examples here, and you just take it and plug in the number that you're looking to do. So we're going to take $5,000 a month. That's going to be our goal. And we have a service that we do. It's $40 a month. That's what people do. So we take our $5,000 and what we're going to do is we're going to take the $5,000 goal, divide it by the 40 because we know we get that every month and we have to figure out how many customers do we need. And you're going to see here that by doing this calculation, we know we need 125 monthly customers to hit $5,000 a month as our sales goal. Now, you're probably wondering if I take 125 monthlies and there's 4 weeks in the year, that means I've got to do 31 jobs a week because sometimes it can feel overwhelming. So I always encourage people to break it down. So that's what we're doing here. We're breaking it down and realizing that 125 monthlies sounds like a lot. That's only 31 people a week. And if we're going to take it down even further and we're only working, say, 5 days, by working 5 days, that's 6 jobs a day. And then obviously if you work 6 days, you can kind of drag that out and get that number a little bit lower. But, we try to strive for work-life balance. So we'll just say 5 days. And if you do it even 5.5, it could be a catch-all day for anything else. Now, what if you have a yearly goal? Will the same thing work? Well, yes, of course. There's not going to be a problem there. So let's go back to the $75,000 a year in sales that we're trying to shoot for. Same kind of monthlies, but this time we're doing it at $50 a month. So we're going to take the 75 divided by 50, and it's going to turn out to be 1,500 jobs a year. And that's like, oh my gosh, that's how many people or how many jobs I'm going to do? Absolutely. So let's keep breaking it down. Okay, there's 12 months out of the year, which means you need to do 125 monthly customers. I promise you when I set this example up, I did not know it was going to end up being the same number. So 1,500 jobs up 12 months, that's going to be 125 monthly customers. You're going to do the exact same math. And guess what? There's 50 weeks in the year. That means you get 30 weekly jobs. And I say 50 weeks instead of 52 because we want to encourage you to have a couple of vacation weeks in there, which means 30 weekly jobs. And if we take that divided by our work days, now I have 250 work days. That's 50 weeks at 5 days. That's how I come up with the 250 work days. So that's 6 daily jobs. Now you might work more days, you might work less days, but we're just going to say 50 weeks out of the year, 5 days a week. That's 250 work days. That means 6 daily jobs. Now, for some of you, this number, you might have 2 sets of numbers going because you might have 2 types of monthlies. One might be a $25 one and another one might be $50. You just work out the combination, but you do the same type of math and it's going to work down. And now you have a goal. It's way easier to focus on going after 6 jobs a day versus to focus on the 1,500 jobs. This number up here can be very overwhelming. This number down here feels totally doable. And that's one of the reasons why you want to break this down. So this way you know exactly how many customers you need to have. Now, I want to point this out because remember, we're becoming badass business owners who know our business numbers. Sales do not equal profits. This does not mean you're going to earn $5,000 a month or $75,000 a month because you've got sales minus cost of goods minus expenses equals your your profit. So you can do the exact same thing by adding your cost of goods and expenses on top of that. So you might, for example, say, hey, in order for me to net $75,000, I need to account for $25,000 to be set aside for X. And then you can add that on top and do the same math backwards. It works the same way. And if you want to learn more about your pricing and how to price better for your products and or your services, there are 2 other videos over here that you can go watch, and both of them will help you understand those business numbers and how to use your pricing and to work it all backwards at the same time. But today we just wanted to show you how you can take a sales goal using your reoccurring revenue and break it down to figure out what it is that you need to do every month. So it's your turn now. Go out there, pick a goal, and ask yourself, how many monthlies do you need to do? How many do you have to do a day, a week? Just go ahead and play with your numbers and figure out what exactly you need to do. And I think you're going to realize you can focus better on what it is that you need to do to make those numbers happen. And if you like what you see, don't forget to hit that like button and hit subscribe so that you get more of these videos where we're going to help you become a badass at your business numbers. And if you want to learn more, there is a course out there called knowyourbusinessnumberscourse.com that will help you learn those business numbers, understand your profit and loss, and how to use all these great things that you're learning. All right. And with that, get out there and be the badass that I know you are.